Welcome everybody to a brand new live stream, Friday the 13th style, baby. Little over the top. It probably is over the top, not gonna lie, guys. But since I haven't been doing this for a little bit of time, I thought I don't know, it's kind of appropriate, man. So yes, happy Friday the 13th to each and every one of you. Thank you for being part of the live stream. I absolutely appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. So, let's see what is up here. Joseph, hi. Thank you for being part of the live stream. Crusha, thank you for being part of the live stream. I truly, truly appreciate it. Griff, how are you, sir? What is going on? What is going on indeed? What's going on, guys? What's up? How's your day going? What's the Friday the 13th? Good? Watching any movies? Chilling out? Enjoying the upcoming weekend? What's going on, guys? Mike, what's up? That horror dude, what is up? Thank you for being part of the live stream. Griff, there's a VCI Black Friday sale that just started. I'm currently placing an order. Placing an order while you're, enjoying my live stream. You should just focus on the sale, man. You don't need to focus on the sale while looking at my face, because that doesn't help the ordering process. Not at all, man. Just saying. Noah, how are you, sir? Griff, multitasking. Well, you do a good job of it, buddy. Travis, hey man, do you accept any trades? Travis, I don't do a lot of trades. The only time I really ever trade is with my friend John. My friend John and I trade from time to time. In fact, he kind of wants to do a trade, and I'm kind of considering it right now. It's he has an Arrow video title that I really want, and I have a Steelbook that he really wants. So we're kind of like trying to negotiate things right now. But I don't know if I do a lot of trades. Not a lot of them, honestly, though. Wick John, what is up? How are you, sir? Thank you for being part of the live stream. Is included what movie won Still Friends, Eddie Views. I don't know. I saw a long time ago there was a video they were beefing together or something. I have no idea, man. I don't get into YouTube drama. That's one of the last things I ever really do, man. So you're gonna have to ask them on that one, brother. I'm watching The Beyond. Such a really great movie, Mike. The Beyond is absolutely awesome, man. George, how are you, sir? What is going on? DVDs, nuts, and popcorn. What's up, y'all? Just came back from seeing Freaky at the movies. DVDs. I hope you really enjoyed it. Actually, I wanted to see that movie today. Unfortunately, if you ended up seeing the not live stream, the out and about that I did this past Tuesday, I told you guys that my movie theaters that was reopened has now closed again. So I was wanting to see Freaky, but I could not see it in the movie theaters. In fact, my friend John and I are thinking about doing a review for it. And what we might have to do is we might have to wait until it comes on streaming. And I believe it comes on streaming at the end of November, beginning of December. So if we do watch it and do a review, the review won't come out until maybe mid to late December, somewhere around there. But we're hoping to do one for it. It looks cool, man. So I am wanting to see it, but it's cross fingers that we actually do it, man. Let's see here. Hey, Leo, how are you? Thanks for being part of the live stream. Crush just got the rest of Vinegar Syndrome package for October. I'm actually did get stuff, but I did not get it in the mail yet. Still waiting for mine, Crusher. Let's see. Ralph, I have watched my Friday the 13th Scream Shout Factory collection box set today. It was awesome. Ralph, awesome, man. It's the best day to do it, man. Friday the 13th, best day of all, man. Then, Wick John asked this girl out at work and she said she has a boyfriend. And I said, great, I love competition. Well, your name is Wick John. So, you don't go down without a fight. But dude, honestly, uh, you know what, man? If she has a boyfriend, hey, at least you tried. And as long as you tried, I give you more power, man. Because boy, rejection is one of the things I hated the most when asking people out. So the fact that you stepped up to the plate, sir, is very admirable, man. I really, dude, you have all my respect by far, man. George Falcon, are cinemas fully open now in America? George, actually, no, they've actually fully closed. Pretty much. There are some that are open across America, but that's very few. And with the coronavirus kind of spiking again in a lot of areas, I would not bet on movie theaters really coming back in any capacity until at least the springtime of next year. And that's a lucky guesstimate. That's all I can say at this point, man. Your guess is as good as mine at this point, honestly, George. Let's see. Eddie, who you like, Black Widow or Harley Quinn? Black Widow. Easily love Black Widow. Harley Quinn's not bad, but uh, Black Widow all the way, especially when it's played by Scarlett Johansson. I love Scarlett Johansson, so Black Widow all the way, man. Uh, Ralph, I've pre-ordered Twins, Unhinged, and New Mutants for next week's releases. Awesome, yes, Ralph. Some really great titles coming out next week. I'm kind of uh busy watching a lot of media, and on top of that, having to start watching the stuff for next week's Tuesday out and about. Like I have to start early because there's so many releases that are coming out next week, and if I don't start watching stuff like now, I'm pretty screwed. So I have to start watching a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. We got Eddie, do you play video games? I actually rarely play video games. In fact, Bob was here hanging out with me for a few hours today, and we were talking about video games. And he's like, "Dude, I just don't really have the impulse to watch video games." And I'm like, or actually play video games. And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't really do it either." I have a PS4. I love my PS4. I use it for, obviously for movies and media and everything, but not as much for video games, man. It's kind of a shame. I used to love video games, but I just honestly don't have as much time as I really would love to devote to playing a video game, man, because I'm usually watching something anyway. So it takes up my time, man. George, I hear your Best Buy have 4K movies for 7.99. I have not really looked too much into the 4K movies. I know that Best Buy is having their sales right now, and it's kind of weird because they have the sales for a few days, and then somehow the sales just completely go like away, and then suddenly they come back a few days later, and then they go away again. So it's kind of like off and on. They have stuff, but you gotta like catch it while the sale is happening, kind of thing. It's kind of nutty, honestly. Ryan watched Guest House with Pauly Shore. A few laughs, but was kind of mad. Probably won't watch it again. Well, that's what I said, Ryan. That's what I said in the out and about, man. It was great seeing Pauly Shore back in a movie again. I gotta give Pauly a lot of credit, but man, it just really didn't do much for me, and it just kind of felt like been there, done that, which is really sucks because I like Pauly Shore, man, but he just didn't do it for me, man, this time around. Shame because it was cool to see him, but not at all, man, not at all. Hate to say it. Wick John, people are killing each other over these new gaming consoles. They honestly are, man. I've heard of like outright fights, people getting stabbed. I've heard of all kinds of things with these gaming consoles. And you know what? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Better them than me, because I'm not getting stabbed over a PS5. You can guarantee that, man. I ain't not doing that. There is no way. I mean, these consoles are awesome. They're great, but they're not worth dying over. That's for damn sure, man. No way, man. Eddie views, will you do a Black Friday video tomorrow at Walmart? I am gonna try to do a Black Friday video, but I'm gonna do it probably on Black Friday when the sales are like happening right then and there. That's when I'm probably gonna do it. Uh, it's actually kind of nice for them to do it actually on Friday, because the past few Black Friday videos that I've done, what I've had to do is that I've had to go to one of the stores first, then go have Thanksgiving dinner with my girlfriend and her father and my mother, and then immediately leave and go to the other two stores. So I'm usually like doing the Black Friday video, I'm usually out doing the video till about like, oh man, like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And when I get home, I am so fucking tired that I know I should edit it and try to upload it as fast as I can because everybody else is doing theirs. But I'm like so out of it. I'm like, man, I just need sleep. So I'll get it up at some point. But this time around, it's kind of weird. It starts really early, so I'm probably gonna just have Thanksgiving dinner with the usual family and loved ones, and then kind of go to bed and go to sleep and have a good night and wake up the next day kind of feeling somewhat refreshed and ready to start the Black Friday day. At least that's what I hope, man. So, Mike, I got the Blu-ray for the original I Spit on Your Grave. I've always wanted to see it because of the stuff I hear about it being one of the most disturbing movies. I got the original 1978 director's cut. Really cool, Mike. Honestly, what I will say about I Spit on Your Grave, it's a good movie. I like it, but and this might be controversial, I actually like the remake better than the actual original movie. I don't know why. Like I watched the remake and I'm like, for some reason I think it's done better. I really do. Again, I'm probably in the minority because there's a lot of people who are probably like, man, that movie's really like awesome and you're shitting on the original. I'm like, no, I'm not shitting on the original. I like the original. But for some reason the remake is a little bit better to me. I don't know why. I just that's kind of a preference thing. I can't say all remakes are better, but I kind of think the I Spit on Your Grave remake is honestly better. Oh, weird. Yeah, I know. Sleepy Vampire Boy, ooh, another live. Hey, Sleepy Vampire Boy, thank you for being part of the live stream. I do appreciate it. DVDs, Nuts and Popcorn. Freaky was pretty good. Has some good, great gore in it. Pretty funny too. I will definitely want to check that out. Like I said, it's hitting streaming end of November, beginning of December. So that's what I'm looking forward to, man. Joseph, hi, how are you, sir? Seth, any plans for Black Friday shopping? I know a lot has been spread out this month. I believe more goes on sale tomorrow at Wally and Best Buy. I've heard all that. I wish I could go and do one of these videos, but honestly, look, man, I gotta work. So I still got a 40 plus hour week job that I go to, man. So YouTube is not the ultimate priority. It is work because that's the biggest paycheck that I get. So like I said, I'm gonna do a Black Friday video that Friday. And hopefully I can see some really great deals and hopefully some really great media. Like I said, I talked to some people at Best Buy and they said, it's going to be spread out. Hopefully they'll have some good media and everything on the day. But if they don't, they don't. Hey man, I'm just going to do my best with what I got. You know what I mean, man? So Let's see. Crusher. Can't wait for Black Friday sale this month. I got the everything package, especially Fade to Black, including the two slipcovers in it. Boy, I did look at that Fade to Black thing. And by the way, Fade to Black, I can't believe that's finally coming on like a really great label like Vinegar Syndrome. That's awesome. And the two slipcovers look amazing. They look awesome. And if I were to get it, I don't know which slipcover looks better because the original artwork is so great. But that cool one with the posters and the chick in it really looks cool too. And I kind of have a feeling they're going to have the original artwork on the inside. So I kind of think it might be worth it doing the one with the print with the posters and everything. It might. I just don't know. Looks really good though, man. Ah, it does. It probably pays to be a subscriber or get the everything package. It probably does. I don't always do that because, quite frankly, not everything with Vinegar Syndrome I always love, but maybe I don't know. Brian Goes Blue. Hey, buddy, how are you, man? Thank you for being part of the live stream. I absolutely appreciate it. Sleepy Vampire Boy, I'm gonna miss going out on Black Friday and picking up movies, though. Thank God for online shopping. Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, as much as I am looking forward to going out and doing the video and checking out the sales at the stores, I'm gonna be doing a lot of online shopping on Black Friday. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of online sales that I want to do. So that's kind of where my focus is. Not really the sales that are in the stores. However, if there's a good sale in the store, I'm grabbing it. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. But I'm going to do a lot of online shopping, man. Really, I honestly am, man. Let's see. Are you upgrading your PS4 to a PS5? Leo says. No, I'm sticking with my PS4, man. I don't really need a PS5. Like I said, I don't really game. Yeah, it's cool that it has the 4K Ultra HD sort of support to it, and that's awesome. But nothing that I really need. I'm cool with what I got, man. Honestly. Eddie, do you have the Scooby-Doo Blu-ray collection? I don't. As much as I love the Scooby-Doo stuff, and trust me, I do. I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. I don't really feel the need to really have it in the collection though. That's kind of my opinion on that, man. I read that Wonder Woman 84 may go to summer 2021, or if they keep the Christmas theater release date, it will then stream in January. Boy, Ralph, that's a whole thing, man. I don't want to get too much into it because I may talk about it in one of the out and about videos. 'Cause I don't want to really talk about it too much, but uh, if it goes to streaming, if they decide that, that is a huge blow to movie theaters. Huge. That's a huge fucking blow, man. And it really says the state of movie theaters more than anything else. Really, honestly does, man. So I don't know what they decide, man, but boy, I'm sure that the movie theater owners and everything are just trying to cling on for dear life and try to stop that from happening. I can only imagine, man. Let's see, George. The Knives Out Steelbook that you wanted on this week's Out and About is $14.99 going by other YouTubers that appear on my feed. I definitely want to get that because I love that Steelbook, man. That Steelbook looks awesome. I do want to go into Best Buy and check it out. Hopefully, God willing, I can get it, man. I don't know. I don't think like it's a hot ticket item, is it? Like the Knives Out Steelbook is a hot ticket. Maybe it is, but I figured like I might go and check it out anyway. So, let's see, Crusher. I'm picking up Moonstruck and Ghost Dog for the Criterion sale. Boy, let me tell you something, Crusher. Um, I am looking for Moonstruck too. Why? Uh, I watched Moonstruck when I was young. My mother and father taped it on VHS, and it's one of my mother's favorite movies. She loves Moonstruck, and I just fell in love with it for the story and the family and the characters, and it was actually one of the first times I ever saw Nicolas Cage. And this was really like now we look at Nicolas Cage as sort of crazy, batshit insane Nicolas Cage, and he kind of had a moment or two in Moonstruck that he was like that, but he was like he was like, oh, my hand, it cut off my hand. He was like he was kind of like really like this sort of muscular, sensitive Italian, which was is totally different from what we even think of Nicolas Cage today, man. So I love that. Cher is awesome in the movie. It was one of Cher's best performances, in my opinion. Yeah, I love that movie, and the fact that Criterion's doing that, man, I that's eventually, hopefully, gonna be mine at some point, man. With the hope. Let's see, Breaker. What is your top of the list item you're going to get on sale this year? Cannot tell you that, Breaker. I cannot. I know what it is. I'm just not going to tell you because it's one that obviously I'm saving for a pickup video, so I can't really go out and say that right now. Because if I tell you, you'll know, and that kind of ruins the surprise. So can't do it, brother. But I do know. I do know. Trust me. Uh, Eddie, will you go to Target for the buy two get one free sale? Eddie, I've been to Target many times when they've had those type of sales, and it's a good sale. I like it, but I've never actually kind of found enough stuff that made it worth it for me, especially at Target. But I still go out of my way to look whenever they have a sale like that. I honestly do. Let's see. DVDs, nuts, and popcorn. I like the remake better than the original too. The kills were much more brutal. There's those kills in the I Spit on Your Grave remake are great. DVDs, awesome. Especially the ending one. The ending one, where she puts that shotgun. Man, I'm not fucking with that chick. So, I really like those kills, man. Those are awesome kills. Griff, I looked out and found Onward 4K from Target for 10.49 and then Toy Story 4 for 10. I don't have much left to get for Black Friday. Maybe some of the $6 cheap titles from BB. Yeah, you know what, Griff? Like I said, I'm really hoping because look, I have looked at the Black Friday Best Buy ad. I have. And it looks promising. There's a lot of really cool sales on physical media. I don't know how it's all going to work out once I enter into the store. I don't know how it's all going to be set up, and is it going to be space for social distancing, and what kind of inventory they're going to have. I really have no idea, but there is some good sales, so it might be worth it going in and doing it. Same for Target and same for Walmart, man. Ryan, I love the remake, especially when the parents get revenge on the bad guys, especially the scene involving the microwave in the guy's head. I think, Ryan, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're talking about the remake to Last House on the Left. I think you are. Which, by the way, is a really great remake. And actually, again, controversial. I actually think Last House on the Left remake is actually better than the original. I know the original is well loved, and it's a really good movie, but I actually kind of think the remake is better. Again, that's controversial, and I'm sure people are gonna bite my head off. But being real with you, I actually think the remake is better, man. Let's see. Ralph, I read today that the Friday the 13th replacement disc for part 3, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason will begin to ship out Thanksgiving week. Hey, I already put mine in, Ralph. I already put my replacement disc stuff in, so hopefully mine will come in the mail as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to the replacements. I've watched some of the Friday the 13th set already. It's fucking amazing. So, having those corrected discs, even sweeter, man. Even sweeter. Eddie, do you think that Ash is way more different in the Ash from Evil Dead TV series than in the original one? I think that it is, but only because the character has aged. look, Ash is not going to be the same way that he is in the TV series versus how he was in Evil Dead 2 or the original Evil Dead. He changes because he's, I guess, matured as a character or has gotten older enough to sort of, the experience has kind of shaped him. And that's what I like. I like when characters evolve. When they just stay the same, I kind of think that's a little bit boring and not very imaginative. I like to see characters maybe not exactly grow up, but their experiences have shaped them. And sometimes with some of these series that isn't always the case, but with Evil Dead it actually has been. And I actually think I love the progression of Ash, man. I see in Freaky tomorrow. That's awesome, Crusher. Let me know what you think. I'm dying to know. Like I said, I can no longer see in the theater because my theaters are now completely closed again. Yeah. So I have to wait till streaming end of November, beginning of December. So that's just what I'm gonna do. Just gonna have to wait it out. You know what I mean? Mike, maybe because the original I Spit on Your Grave doesn't have any background music. Maybe it's a good thing, but I still like it. I just prefer the remake though. Uh, Ryan, I'm probably going to see Freaky on Wednesday. Yeah, everyone is seeing it in some sort of theater except for me, cause fuck my life. But I'm just gonna have to wait it out, man. But I'm okay with that, and the guys are okay with it. We understand that we live in New York State, where basically none of our theaters are open, and we just have to deal with the repercussions. So that's what we got to do. But I am looking forward to see it eventually, way after you guys. But I will see it eventually. Let's see. Griff, the package is tempting for Vincent, but a lot of money up front. Yeah, see, for me, they kind of announced some titles for 2021 or stuff that is up for it, Griff, for Vinegar Syndrome, and some of the titles are great. And they're like, well, you can get all these movies, and you can get discounts on other titles and all this other stuff, and it sounds amazing, man. And being a yearly subscriber, damn, it's tempting. But the problem that I come down to, and I say it to you guys all the time, is that I don't buy everything from Vinegar Syndrome. I don't buy everything from Severin or Criterion or uh, Screen Factory. You name it. I don't. It's not that those titles are terrible. It's that I'm just not interested in them, and I just don't want to have to pay a yearly subscriber fee, and then let's say like half of the movies they put out I'm not interested in. I mean, yeah, I could always flip them on eBay, and that's always a possibility. But I don't know if I want to do that. That kind of sucks to me, man, because I'm taking a title away from somebody who might want it, and I'm just flipping it on eBay. There's something not really fair about that. So even though it's tempting, I kind of say no to it. It's probably weird to say that, but it is the truth, man. Mike, Unhinged was great. It's the first movie I saw in theaters since COVID-19. The last movie I saw in theaters before they all closed was Invisible Man. I am going to be watching Unhinged this weekend, getting ready for it coming on to fifth physical on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I wanted to see it with my mother, and I kind of told my mother that, oh yeah, I was gonna go to the theater and make sure everything was cool, and then eventually we'd go, and then that all went to shit. So then that never happened, but I am looking forward to seeing it. It's Russell Crowe gone really batshit insane, so I have a feeling it's gonna be cool. But I'm gonna watch it, and then as give you guys my opinion as always. Let's see. With John going to bed, Seth. By the time you read this, I'll be snoozing. Can't wait for your Black Friday video. Hashtag soon. Hashtag 5 hours long. I don't think it's gonna be 5 hours long, man. Oh God, I hope not. But man, thank you for being part of the live stream. I truly appreciate it, man. Go to bed. Snooze. You catch this video later, brother. Sleepy Vampire Boy. The ones I was looking forward to were Wonder Woman, James Bond, and Top Gun. It's gonna kill me not to watch any of them in theaters. Well, that's not to say they're not coming to theaters, Sleepy Boy. I mean, I have a feeling they might, possibly. It's really tough because at the end of the day, I kind of, because Top Gun has pretty much said they're gonna be in theaters. That's what they've said. What other one you said? I'm trying to look. James Bond, they pretty much said they're going to theaters. Again, that could change, but they're going to theaters. Wonder Woman is the wild card right now. And look, I, I mean, I have no idea what the future holds for movie theaters. Streaming seems to be taking precedent right now. Is it a possibility they could all go to streaming? Yeah, but I, I'm not gonna bet on that just yet. Nah, I'm not going to, man. Let's see. Wait. Uh, Dude, did you see Let Him Go yet? There are really good things to say about it. Bob Apples. I did not. Is it good? I don't know if I've heard much about it. Definitely let me know, man. Is it worth it? Rocket Express. Hey, Seth, are you going to buy picking up Beastmaster? Beastmaster is very cool. Is very, very cool. And that's all I'll say. Silhouetted Animator. Did you hear that the actor who played Satan in the Constantine film just revealed today that there's a sequel in the works? I did hear that. And I'm fucking blown away, Silhouetted Animator. Oh my God. I remember seeing that in the movie theaters with Bob years and years and years ago, and we really liked the movie. We thought it was pretty cool, man. We loved Keanu playing Constantine. We thought it was really great. There was a lot of people when the movie came out that was sort of bitching and complaining, oh, well, Keanu isn't Constantine. He doesn't have the blonde hair and he doesn't this and that. And Bob and I were kind of like, really? Like it's really he's great in it. What the fuck is people's problems? So we never understood the hate. I think people have kind of warmed up to the movie years later, sort of caught up to where Bob and I were when we first saw it. But it didn't do so hot in the box office. And I know they had so many sequel opportunities and ideas and it just didn't happen. And I thought it was never gonna go anyplace. But look, with Keanu's renewed fame from John Wick, and I mean that character being in the spotlight more. That character had his own short-lived TV show and part of Legends of Tomorrow. I think that it's finally caught back up, and I think people are interested in doing that sequel. And look, I would love it. And by the way, the guy who plays Satan in Constantine was fucking awesome. He literally, to me, has got to be one of the best, at least top 10 actors to play Satan. He was so good in that movie, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am, man. Griff, how do you feel about the Severin Black Friday reveals so far? A lot of people are mixed on them, but I'm willing to give them a chance. I'm mixed on some of the reveals so far, Griff. I am. Some of them seem cool. Others are kind of like, I actually thought for the Black Friday sale stuff, they would have revealed like a Fulci title. I thought they were going to, and maybe they still might, but that was like my hope was like, oh, because there was a rumor, Severin put out a rumor a long time back. They were like, oh yeah, we're putting out a couple of, Fulci titles, and there's more Fulci to come. And I thought, oh, okay, well, clearly they're holding it back for Black Friday, because that would make the most sense. and that hasn't been the case. The reveals are okay. Like I said, I haven't really looked into every movie yet, but none of the titles that they've announced have really sort of blown me away. Whereas with Vinegar Syndrome and even with sort of Dark Force Entertainment, like there's a couple things for Dark Force that I really am kind of looking forward to getting. So, I'm probably going to get stuff through Severance still again, but sort of a wait and see at this point, man. George, what time do stores open this year for Black Friday? I'm intrigued with the crazy sales you guys have in America. Yeah, they're pretty nutty, George. I think the stores open up at 5 or 6 a.m. I believe so. I think my friend who works at Best Buy, not the one I usually go to, the other one, he says 5 a.m. So, and I believe the ad says 5 a.m. as well. So I'm gonna go with that. Usually per tradition, as I've done with the past few Black Friday videos, I will go to Best Buy first and uh, press my luck, man. It's just gonna be weird this year, man. It's gonna be so weird, and I don't know what to expect. Like usually every year, I sort of am like, oh my god, I'm gonna get stomped on. It's gonna be crazy. And this year, I'm like, I have no idea, man. It can either be really busy or it's gonna be like crickets. I have no idea, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I am. We'll see what they have, man. Brian goes blue. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? I don't like this whole Christmas coming immediately after Halloween thing. We still have another holiday. Brian, dude, I get it. In fact, I um before we did the Halloween horror movie playlist part 2 video, I went into a couple stores to find some things I was looking for us to use as sort of props and whatnot. And this was like the end of October, towards the end of it, and it wasn't even past Halloween yet, and some of these stores had full on Christmas displays. Literally full on, man. And I'm like, wait a minute. Halloween hasn't even passed by. What the fuck are we doing, man? I'm seeing people put up wreaths and put up Christmas trees, and I'm like, hello, we still have a whole nother fucking holiday to go. Do you guys not understand that? I mean, I understand that we we sort of jump over these holidays really fast, man, but we gotta calm this down, man. I mean, man, we go fast. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know at all, dude. I'm like, really? Man, it's crazy how fast we go and how fast time flies, man. Yeah, I don't really like it myself either, man. As far as the Thanksgiving dish is concerned, uh, I am and will always be a turkey lover. That's sort of my deal. But since my girlfriend is a vegetarian, I've tried some really interesting stuff during Thanksgiving time, and yeah, some of it's good, some of it's bad, but that's what I gotta do, man. I gotta force feed not the normal Thanksgiving stuff, and just hope that my mother and I will have Thanksgiving another day that I can eat my turkey. So, let's see. Silhouetted animator. There's an Island of Dr. Moreau miniseries in the works by the writer of X-Men First Class, hoping it's in the same way similar to Richard Stanley's version that never got made. I would love to see that. I got to admit, I that Island of Dr. Moreau movie, man, that is so weird. God, that thing is weird, man. But I gotta tell you, the thing I love about the movie is is seeing um seeing all the actors in there and just some of the shit they do, like Marlon Brando. Man, like he is like just in outer space in that movie, man. He's just doing some weird shit. Like makes no fucking sense. But you're like, well, dude, it's Marlon Brando, so I guess he just does whatever the fuck he wants. Like, I don't know, man. I'd love to see it, but man, like, I gotta give that movie credit to some degree because it's just batshit insane, dude. And but batshit shit insane in the most like weird way. I don't think we'll ever get a miniseries like that, man. Let's see. Anthony Ortiz. Good evening, Seth. Have you ever watched Seven Samurai, the 1950s film? Just picked up the Criterion edition from Amazon for $20 with a 50% price match sale. I have seen Seven Samurai. It's been a really long time since I've seen it. To be fair, really long time. But it's a really good movie, and it actually is one of those movies that has, in a crazy way, influenced George Lucas in Star Wars. Like you look at Seven Samurai and you look at Star Wars and you think they're both two very different movies. I mean, not even close, but I, the influence is definitely there. And so Seven Samurai has influenced a lot of things, but it's a really great flick, man. So cool that you picked up. I mean, this is the time to pick up the Criterion stuff anyway. So DVDs, nuts, and popcorn. I have a very good horror movie recommendation for you guys. Besides the ending, The Dark and the Wicked is an awesome movie. The director of The Strangers and the Monster directed it. Must see. I do love The Strangers, man. I love the fucking Strangers. That's a great movie. The Monster is actually pretty decent too. It's not a bad film, actually. I do like it. I've never heard of The Dark and the Wicked, though. Never have heard of that one. From the same director, huh? Hmm. I definitely will have to look that one up. Thanks for the recommendation, man. I do appreciate that. I always look for things I've never seen. I've seen a lot of stuff, man. So any kind of sort of surprise, I'm really happy with, man. So that's cool. Yeah, I will look that up. Ryan, I finally seen American Sniper for the first time, but in IMAX. I actually fell in love with the movie. American Sniper is a great film. Love American Sniper. That is an awesome flick, man. Not everybody loves it, but I thought the acting was fucking fucking phenomenal. Great flick, dude. George, Unhinged was amazing. Saw it on stream. Russell Crowe was a total badass and really overweight. Well, George, I mean, Russell Crowe is never gonna be like, Mr. Gladiator. I mean, never say never again. I mean, if he gets a role where he's got to beef up, but I mean, when you get to a certain age, man, I don't say you let yourself go, but you're like, hey, man, I'm not the muscle guy that I used to be. I've even packed down a few pounds. So, if Russell Crowe can, then I can, God damn it. So, what the hell? Mike Swift. Most people just go to Comic Cons to buy all the neat stuff. Then they put it out for sale on eBay, then want to charge you for more than what it's worth. Mike, they do, and I really hate that, man. I really do, because you have no idea how much that Bob and I have talked about, like that being like a holy grail bucket list thing for us to do. Go to Comic Con. Like, how awesome would that be? Of course, we'd have to plan it a year ahead of time, and we'd have to get the tickets and plan, hotel expenses and everything like that. It would be a fucking nuts. But it's on the bucket list. And I see people flip stuff. Like my friend John is huge into the Funko Pops, and you know me, guys. I'm into the movies and the physical media, and he gets pissed like I get pissed of like, wow, you have access to this really cool stuff. If you don't want it, fair enough. Okay, cool. If you don't want it, don't take it. Make sure that somebody who actually wants it can get it, but not for a crazy inflated prices. And I kind of feel that kind of sucks, man. I'm somebody that believes that if you don't want the fucker, don't take the fucker, because somebody else can have it who actually wants to appreciate it and keep it. I know I'm in the minority on that shit, but I just think it's a reasonable thing to ask, right? Whatever. Let's see. Silhouette animator WB was smart to swipe up Keanu before Marvel could get him. Very true. However, Keanu did say that he has talked to Marvel. So don't rule out anything with Marvel because, if Kevin Feige thinks that Keanu is going to fit into a movie, into a really great role, he's going to do it. That's just thing. And why would Keanu say no to it if it's a really good concept and if he likes the approach, Keanu's going to go for it, man. So, don't count it out, man. Just saying, don't count it out. Keanu's a very busy man as of late. Very true. Crusher, what music are you into nowadays? Crusher, I'm into the old school stuff. I'm into the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I'm into classic rock, a little bit of modern, but I'm into the old school stuff. It's not that I hate the new stuff. It's that I just love the old school stuff too much. Maybe that makes me, like an old man, but I don't really care, man, because I love that stuff. Let's see, Mike, Nicolas Cage versus Candyman. Nicolas Cage, not the beast. Yeah. Well, good luck. My money is on Nicolas Cage. Um, what about your favorite Walmart for Black Friday? Yeah, I'm not going into that Walmart, man. I'm going into the Walmart that is great, that truly appreciates me, that loves me. That's the Walmart that I'm going into, man. I've told you guys I'm not dealing with it no more, man. I'm not doing it. So I'm just gonna, as I told you guys, it's weird to film the new releases here at the apartment, but I just figure it's less hassle. I don't have to deal with friggin' assistant store managers up my ass. Literally, I almost sometimes feel like these employees' heads are literally up my ass. So, hey man, go to the one that appreciates you, not to the one that's gonna give you hassles. Sounds easy. Trust me. Easy solution. Crusher, did you see the Halloween Kills teaser trailer? Look good. Yes, I did talk about the Halloween teaser trailer during, I believe, last week's Out and About or the week before that. I did talk about it, so it is there. So I did talk about that trailer Crusher. Griff, I tell you, when he goes into that Walmart, I'm always wondering if they will give him a no trespass or put him in cuffs. um, what I've thought about, Griff, is that I always said to myself that let's say they do kick me out, I would actually film it where it's like me being filmed and actually like the whole situation of like them actually kind of like walking me out and just me filming that. That's what I would probably do. Like I said, I don't want to be kicked out of any Walmart, man. And technically, I don't even think they can bar you from a Walmart, essentially, or even put me in handcuffs, because technically, I'm not vandalizing, I'm not stealing, I'm not filming other customers or employees. Uh, I'm not really talking bad about Walmart. I say, well, with this Walmart, I do, but in general, I really don't. But yeah, I don't think it would be handcuffs. I don't. But hey, with this Walmart, you never know, man. Great streams. Keep the good stuff up. MJ's 2 cents. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Really, truly do. Rocket Express. Seth, have you ever seen the movie The Crow? If so, what did you think? I love The Crow. Love it. Love that goddamn movie. Where's The Crow? Where'd I put The Crow? Gotta look at all the superhero flicks I have. 'Cause I have a lot of flicks, man. The Crow. Crow. Hmm. I have it somewhere. Don't know where I put The Crow. Hmm. It is somewhere actually in my pile of movies, but I do actually love that movie. Brandon Lee is great in the movie. I love the sort of gritty, grimy look. It kind of set up a sort of superhero style that has been used more often but it's one of those movies that really started down the trend, and not many people give it credit. So no, I do really really like it, man. I really do. So yeah, it's a great flick, man. Let's see. I agree with my local Wally cut out almost all the movies. Just the new release end cap and a very small section that is half empty. It sucks. Griff, you know what, man? A few weeks back, I showed you actually the WalMarts and how they literally like just cut it down. Uh, you know what? It's a real shame because these stores really sold people on physical media back in the day. They really did. You know, they saw the competition and they went headfirst into the physical media, and everybody loved it. Everybody's like, "Oh, great, cool, shit," and now they're kind of taking it back. And look, I'm thankful to still find some good stuff at these stores, but look, I've gone to some Walmarts that basically are almost devoid of new shit. Like there's a Walmart that I don't go into, but it is near my area, and it is practically like empty as shit. Like the employees seriously, not a damn one of them give a fuck. So I get where you're coming from, Griff. It's pretty bad, man. So you're not alone. Trust me, man. That Walmart manager is a crazy Karen. Curious Hawk, you're right, man. She is a crazy, crazy fucking Karen, man. Crazy. Look, and I don't even know why she doesn't like me. Like seriously, I've met her. I've talked to her. Actually, I have even showed her one of the out and abouts. I've showed her on my phone. I've showed her one of my out and abouts and said, "Hey, this is what I do. This is how I edit it. This is what it's all about." And she's like, "Oh, so you're not saying anything bad about Walmart. You're just showing off the movies and talking about them." Yeah. And she was fine with it when she was the manager at that other location. And then she moved, and she knows about me, and she still does stuff that is like, oh well, he can't do it. I just want to sit down with her and talk with her and have a one-on-one conversation, you know, not standing in the aisles, have a sit down and literally talk to her about it. Because the Walmart policy is not that they don't completely allow the filming, but it's up to the managers. And she knows me. She doesn't know me, but she knows me enough and she knows what I do. But I'm not giving away Walmart secrets. I'm just showing off the movies, and I'm, showing the prices. I mean, wouldn't you want free promotion? That would kind of make sense to me. Like if I was running a business and somebody on YouTube came up to me and says, all I'm really doing is I'm showing off the physical media and the prices and everything and talking about them. Oh wow, so you're actually doing stuff for our benefit and we don't have to pay you? Oh fuck. Shit, go ahead, man. Like you would think, but no, not at all, man. Uh, Ryan, Amazon has the two animated Mulan films on Amazon for $10 on Blu-ray, so I scooped it up. Really good pickup, Ryan. Awesome. Mike, are you going to watch Mel Gibson Fat Man? It will be available on digital November 17th. It looks great. Bob was talking to me about the trailer, and I'm like, okay, that looks cool, man. So, yeah, I might give that a whirl, man. I might try for that one. Oh, Silhouetted Animator. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate it, man. Don't forget the sad stock violin music if you film that. But yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah, I just. Yeah, yeah. I'll be like in handcuffs. Yeah, that's what I'll be like. Oh, it won't be a pretty sight, man. Kresha, when is your next pickup video? Kresha, so I am a couple months behind, but the next pickup video should be not this weekend, but next weekend. I'm gonna try to get that done for the September pickups. I know September seems like a lifetime past where we are now, but I I'm going to do that. And the reason why I wait as long as I do crush it, to be honest with you, is because unlike a lot of other YouTubers who will do their pickup videos and they do their pickup videos and I've watched a lot of them crush. I really have. And they'll do the pickup videos and they'll show what they have and they'll be like, oh yeah, I picked up this movie, but I didn't see it. So I don't really know what the movie's about or anything. Let me know what you think about the movie and is it good or not, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, you picked it up to watch and you haven't watched it yet? You should, in my opinion, for a pickup video, you should have watched the movies and tell the people about them, your opinions and all the special features that come with it. And 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 fully give your thoughts and opinions on it. That's what I think. You needed to have seen the movies. And that's why I think it's vitally important for me to go through the special features, the commentaries, and watch all of the movies because I kind of want to give you guys the full experience. I don't want to cheat you guys out and say, "Oh, hey, yeah, this movie Oh yeah, this movie. Yeah, I have no idea what this movie is about or anything. I picked it up, but hey, let me know what you think, guys. Like that's not. I don't engage with that. I want to actually go out of my way to watch everything for you guys that I pick up, talk about it, talk to you about my experience with the movie, all my thoughts, and go from there. It can take a while to do it because I'm not only watching movies for the out and about. I'm planning other videos. I'm watching the physical media stuff and the special features. So it takes a lot longer than I would want it to. But at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. So, yeah, does it take me a while? Yes. But at the end of the day, I think it makes for a better video. So that's why it takes me a while, as it usually does. George, my local go-to store in Australia for media has gone from a whole back section to 3 rows. Eesh. Yeah, that's pretty bad, George. Look, man, I think we're all sort of in that weird period right now, and it's with Best Buy, it's with Walmart, it's with Target that they just aren't doing the media like they used to, man. I mean, I give them credit because last year for Black Friday, there was some great sales, man. The media was overflowing. Amazing. Um, and then I just noticed that they just have slowly downed it now, and that just fucking sucks, man. Again, I love going in and checking out the physical media at these stores, but it seems like every year is just like getting less and less and less and less, and that really sucks, man. Uh, Madame Marie Medley, do you have Escape from New York on that show? I do have Escape from New York. I do indeed. I love Escape from New York. Great fucking movie. Love that film. Great Carpenter flick. Great Kurt Russell. Awesome flick. So yes, I do. Yes, I do have that. Rocket Express, during the 50% off Criterion sale, how many titles are you thinking of picking up? Well, Rocket, what I usually do with the Criterion sale, and I know this is not everybody, but for me it is. And what I usually do is I usually pick up between 2 to 4 titles every single sale. And the reason why is because I like to keep certain ones out there so that I'm gonna pick them up in the future. Like I kind of have an idea of at least 2 or 3 that I want to pick up this sale and kind of keep a few out there that I know I'm gonna buy. Like there's actually one movie that I recently watched with my girlfriend. It's one of her favorite movies of all time. and it's actually on Criterion. And I had never seen the movie before, and she finally sat me down and watched it. I had heard about this movie for years, and I was like, wow, that movie's really great, man. I can't believe I hadn't watched it in like for so long. And I know it's on Criterion. I'm like, oh, that might be another pickup on Criterion. So it might be around 3 or 4 this time, but it's usually around that every single sale to kind of keep a little bit of turnover for next time. So yeah, that's about what I usually get, man. Sleepy Vampire Boy, that's 90% of YouTubers. I picked it up, but I don't know if it's good, so y'all go pick it up too. Yeah, I don't like that, man. I don't like it. And you know, I'm somebody who's watched a lot of YouTubers, still watch a lot of them, and I've seen sort of the do's and the don'ts. And when I talk about pickup videos or I talk about stuff, I want to engage you guys. That's what I want to do. And for me to just hold up a movie and say, "Oh, well, I picked it up. It's cool, right?" But I have no idea what it is. I didn't watch any of the special features. I know nothing. Uh, Here it is. And that to me doesn't that is just empty and hollow crap that I don't like. And so I don't want to do that. That's not me. So if it takes me a while longer to do videos because of it, just know that I'm doing that because I care enough to watch my shit and know what I'm talking about when I do a video. I know, crazy, right? Um Ryan, this month I have picked up 15 titles and counting so far. This month is gonna be a little bit less for me this time around. It honestly is. Trust me, there's a lot of awesome titles I picked up for September. A bunch of great kick-ass titles for October that I got. And November is gonna be a little less. Still a lot of great titles that I'm gonna pick up. I know that. But a lot of the titles that I'll be buying during this month are ones that are coming next month. So it's kind of weird because like I know December is going to be a great pickups month. December is going to be an awesome one because I'll be setting it up in November in order for December to be great. November is a little on the rocky side, but still some really great stuff I'm going to pick up, I think. Jonathan, are you going to Walmart tomorrow morning? Jonathan, I am not because tomorrow morning I'm working. So that's what I'm doing. I can't go to my boss. Like, hey man, I know we got to do work, but Jonathan kind of wants me to do a YouTube video, so I kind of, I'll be back in a few hours. So, no, I don't think that's gonna fly, man. So, I'm just gonna have to wait for, when I do it for Black Friday, man. Sleepy Vampire Boy. I remember the day our Target went home from an entire section to just 1.5 shelf. Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's sad when that happened at Target when they just literally and I'm like, my God, how much more little can we get a physical media? Literally, they're just like now moving the books. Like I'm like, and here's the thing about it. Here's the fucked up thing about it though, because at the Targets that I go to, they put more books on the shelves, but every single week I go, and those books aren't moving. Like seriously, I see the same amount of books every single fucking week. They're barely moving. But guess what does move? The physical media. So why? Why? I have no idea, man. It just is so fucked up to me. I don't get it whatsoever. It's God, it's really stupid, man. It really honestly is just God, it's so fucked up, man. Really honestly is. God. Madame Marie. Uh Griff, I don't have a lot of Criterion to get right now, but the few I want are sets, Fellini, Varda, Olympics, so they are big money. Yeah, I don't really go for the big sets, Griff, to be honest with you. I really honestly don't. It's not that the sets are bad, I just, mm, not my thing, but they are big money. If you're willing to spend it, then why not go for it, man? Crusher, have you heard TV movie Killdozer saw on YouTube? Got the Blu-ray from Keenan and Lorber. I did not. I know Killdozer is coming out, but I didn't really know much about it. So no, no, not really, Crusher. George Seth, what is the biggest box office movie you have seen that you totally hate and everyone loves? Wow. Uh, yeah, okay. Um, oh, what is I mean, Nick and I did a review on it, and I remember when we did the review, it was very early in the channel. So I don't think we had a lot of eyes on us at the time. But even when we didn't, like I believe we still got all thumbs down on the video. And that was for Dunkirk. And man, we both left the movie theater after watching Dunkirk, and we were like, I don't get the love for this. Seriously, like I'm like, people really like this, and we were like, and when we did the review, we were like, this, we just didn't care for it. We just didn't, and boy, I think we got no thumbs up, like all thumbs down, like four or five thumbs down, and it was, and I kind of knew it because it was people were praising it, and we didn't really like it, and we were honest about it in the review. Look, I've often said, whether it's me doing the out and abouts or the guys and I doing reviews or everything, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be real and honest. And if I don't like a movie, I'm gonna go out and say that I don't like a movie. Yeah, I may piss off some of you guys, but what I what my hope is that you guys are gonna respect my opinion just like I respect your opinion. That's what I'm hoping. Does it always happen? No, unfortunately not. But we can have disagreements, but as long as we're sort of movie lovers at the end of the day, then we sort of get it. But yeah, Dunkirk was one of those ones of recent memory that, yeah, I didn't love, man. Hmm. Silhouetted animator, do you think Inland Empire needs a Criterion release? Criterion puts out a lot of very interesting stuff, so why not Inland Empire? I guess it makes sense. Let's see. Rocket Express. Was interested in picking up the movie Open 24 Hours. Have you seen it? If so, I have not seen Open 24 Hours. I didn't get a chance to see it, unfortunately. I've heard a lot of praise for it, though, so definitely look up reviews before checking the movie out and sort of make up your own mind, or even rent it through streaming first. That way, at least you know what if you like it instead of buying it, opening it up, and then not being able to return it again. So, man, that might be your best bet, man. The AC in my house is broke, so it's really hot. I have to keep a fan if the mail is everything. Well, good luck, Mike. Dustin, thank you. What's up, sir? Nice movie collection. Thank you. It's this, and then the other shelves over here. Now, actually, I did talk to my mother. My mother, because she was looking at the shelves and she's like, "Wow, you're almost at the end." I said, "Yeah," and she's like, "Well, for Hanukkah, I'll buy you another huge shelving unit." And I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "Okay." I guess you guys will see in the near future another shelving unit that I'm gonna have. I might get rid of those smaller ones and put most of the movies on the bigger shelving unit. That's what my hope is. Because my girlfriend and I are kind of negotiating her moving in, and uh, I know she has a lot of books and everything, and she needs room for her books. So I'm like, if I have another shelving unit, I can have her put her books on other shelves that I can give her space for. So that's another thing that I'm kind of thinking of at this point. But yeah, another shelving unit on the way. Awesome. Ahmed Farah, where do you work? I cannot say. Cannot say, man. And it's not because I don't want to say, it's because I can't. Uh because I cannot really talk about the company through my videos. Because if that happens, I will be terminated from my job. Just so you know, it's not against you or against anybody else. I literally will get terminated from my job, and I don't want to get terminated from my job. I kind of need it, you know, for money purposes. So no offense, but can't say, man. Uh, Dollar Tree Tales for $1 would be the exception to show off without actually seeing it. Yep, but that's understandable. Yeah, yeah, true. That is true, George. Ahmed Farrar, what profession are you in? I'm in the profession of life. Doesn't make any sense, I know. Just go with it. Um, Madame Marie Medley, your Dollar Tree videos are the highlight of the sale for me. Oh Lord, God bless your heart. Marie, thank you. Those videos are really fun to make, and I really love checking out the media. So those are just as fun for me to film, man. I really love them. Uh, is the room you are in a specific movie room you created, or like a man cave? No, it's literally my living room. So that's what it is. I do want to eventually get a house. That's sort of one of my end goals, and I want to create a movie room like Cinema Sickness. God, do I! With all of my posters and the leather couch and just all kinds of movie themed stuff in there and shelves of movies. That's sort of the goal for me, but I just don't know if that's ever going to be a reality. But for the meantime, I'm kind of using my living room as a man cave, which doesn't seem like much, but I'll kind of take what I can get. Put it that way. Let's see. Have you watched any of the Friday the 13th movies today? I have not. I was busy sending emails. I was busy spending time with friends and doing cleaning. So I didn't watch any of the Friday the 13th movies today. Weird, I know, but and I was watching some of the stuff for the September pickup video as well. So I was kind of like doing other things, but I kind of was watching certain things on Facebook though, Friday the 13th related, but let's see. Sleepy Vampire Roy Dunkirk visually was excellent, but I wouldn't watch it again. Well, hey man, you and I are in the minority, brother. Uh Griff, I really appreciate that honestly, Seth. There is another guy I watch and he says he loves everything. He gets old sometimes. Griff, I watch certain people who do the videos. I won't name names because I just not gonna do it. Um, who basically go out of their way every single title and say, "Oh, I love this movie. Oh, I think it's great. Oh, I really like the movie," and they say nothing bad about the movie whatsoever. And I always kept on thinking in my head, I'm like, well, wait a second, that can't always be the case. You can't love every single movie. You really can. You got to find fault in something. And the only reason I can think of why he does that is because he gets a lot of free movies from these companies and he doesn't want to piss them off. I mean, that's the truth. He doesn't want to piss them off, and he doesn't want them to retaliate and take away his free movies. And so he'll just say, "Hey, they're really good movies," and just move on. And then, you know, and then when you watch it, if you watch it and then get pissed off, well, he said it was good. I mean, you can disagree if you like a movie and he hates a movie, or vice versa, but have an opinion, man. Have a fucking opinion. I mean, seriously. I mean, really, have a goddamn opinion for yourself. I mean, that's why when I did the out and about this week, I knew with Mulan and I knew with Bill and Ted, I said in my mind, I was like, oh man, you guys are gonna kill me. I'm like, because I didn't really love Mulan, didn't really love Bill and Ted, and I'm not gonna be in the out and about video saying, "Oh, I love the movie, they're awesome." I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say, "Yeah, the movie wasn't good, and here are my reasons why." And I go through all the reasons. You might disagree with me, but I'm hoping you at least appreciate the honesty that I put forth. And with some of these people, we can't always say that, man. You really can't. Mike, what's your favorite guilty pleasure movie? Mine is Troll 2. Mike, I have a lot of guilty pleasure movies. I can't name them all, man. There's some really good ones out there, but I do. Troll 2 is one of mine also. I will say that. Madame Marie Medley, during the last DT sale, I found I'm Still Here with Joaquin Phoenix on Blue. Does anyone know if this is good? Actually, that is pretty decent. I'm Still Here is not bad. It's a little long. Feels a little boring at times, but the performances are great, and it's a really good story. So for $1, well worth it. Put it that way, man. Hey, Seth, looking forward to more Dollar Tree videos. Reggie, I'm so glad that Dollar Tree has kind of backed off a little bit and didn't put out much titles or much of anything as of recent. Because I gotta admit, man, I was kind of getting a little burnt out on the sale stuff. I was like, okay, man, let's kind of, because I used to love when the Dollar Tree would do it like every 2 or 3 months. They would do it, and the sale would be really, really unique and interesting. And then when they were doing it every few weeks, it kind of felt like it was kind of running out of steam, I would say. Like it felt like okay, it's a little overkill. And now that maybe they're going back to that, maybe spacing it out a little bit more, which I think makes it a little bit more special. So I am looking forward to the next one. I'm just glad that we didn't get a barrage of another one so soon after the last one, because I was like, "Eesh, that's just too much, man." But I do love the sale though. It's a great sale, and it is worth it for $1 though. Ryan, Tenet comes to video December 15th. Hopefully the audio won't overpower the dialogue. I have heard issues with the dialogue on that movie. People not being able to understand the dialogue. I've heard issues with that. I haven't seen the movie. Wanted to see it in theaters. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. So I'm just gonna have to wait to watch it on video. On uh video on demand or something. Well, let's hope it's good. Uh Ahmed Farah, can we get a quick tour of your films? I will be doing a Blu-ray and DVD and 4K collection video next year. I think I kind of told you guys that in a previous live stream, but if I didn't, then this is the official announcement. I'll probably be doing it either probably February or March. That's my sort of hope and goal. So yeah, you guys have been slowly asking for it more and more, which is good because at first I would get like one person asking me about it every like 20 videos. Every somebody was like, "Oh, collection video," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, no one is really asking about that." So I don't think it's really a prospect. And then more and more people were asking, and then it's gotten more and more. So there is at least people interested in it. So I'm gonna wait till next year. 2020 is such a fucked up year, man, that I just want to wait till a better year comes along. So yes, next year, early next year, I will be doing a Blu-ray 4K DVD collection video. So stay tuned for that one, man. Eli, hello, Seth. I'm here playing COD cohort watching you, Eli. Good lord, man. Good lord. Well, thank you for joining the live stream, brother. George, awesome to hear your girl is moving in with you. Give her my best wishes, George. I definitely will. Um, like I said, we are negotiating this. It's a slow and steady negotiation. I've got to try to make space in this apartment, which is not an easy task. So, yeah, we'll see how this one goes, but that's not until next year, but we're planning it. We're fixing it. Um, Sleepy Vampire Boy, I always thought I'd never have enough movies for one shelf, but now I need a fifth unit. Yeah, I'm getting to that point where like I literally am I'm not running out of space or anything, but you know, uh it gets overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie, man. It does, but I love physical media, man. I love it. Can I tell you? Rocket Express ASAP. Will you ever do a full Blu-ray collection video? Well, I just answered that, Rocket. I just did, so you got the answer there, man. Amazon has the movie Rad on DVD. I think I just might get it and give it a watch. Curious Hawk, Rad is great. Rad is awesome. Um, I have the Vinegar Syndrome uh, special edition release that is all sold out now, and I love that movie, man. It's a great flick. So yeah, it's a cool little '80s nostalgia flick, man. Really well done. Let's see. Uh, Jeff and Watch Part 9. Reggie, all day. Have you heard of the website Steelbook Blu-ray? I have not, Ahmad. Is that like a reputable one? Is that like you just trade in like stuff, or is it like an actual one where you can buy new stuff to it? I'm kind of curious. I don't know what that one is. Reggie, do you think there will be any more Transformers movies? Uh, if it's a Bumblebee sequel, I'm cool with it because I thought the the Bumblebee movie was really good. But if it's just a regular Michael Bay Transformers movie, then man, count me out, bro. I can't. I can't go down that road again. If they redo it, maybe, but I can't because those are really bad movies. Um, Seth, have you thought about a PO box for some fan mail? Um, I have. I have thought about fan mail. Uh, the only fan mail that I've ever gotten is actually from George. George has actually been really cool about sending me fan mail. And first of all, I want to say thank you to George because that's kind of wild, all the way from Australia, man. That's nuts. But I actually really appreciate it. Um, would you guys be interested in sending me fan mail? Like I don't know. I've never really it kind of minorly crossed my mind, but I kind of always thought to myself, I was like, no one wants to send me fan mail. I mean, I'm not Cool Duder, I'm not Wet Movie One, I'm not Cinestalker, I'm not Cinema Sickness, I'm not Durant Cinema, I'm not all these other YouTubers that are more famous, that, have a much bigger following, that people send them stuff all the time. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Would you guys send me stuff? Like, would you guys actually want me to invest in a PO box to send me fan mail? I, I mean, it's something I've thought about, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in sending me fan mail. I, I might do it. I mean, I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting. I mean, let me know if you guys would be interested in sending me fan mail. That'd be kind of cool though. But yeah, I don't know. Um, Breaker, when a person never talks bad about movies, it's also because they are trying to be in a bunch of movies and scared to offend anyone. Yeah, I've noticed. See, my thing about it is like, if you've seen any of the out and about videos, Breaker, if you've seen the movie reviews, any of the videos that I've done, you'll notice that I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna be honest and real with you guys because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna turn you guys, off by saying everything I love, is is great and everything I hate is bad. Like, I'm gonna be real. I can still say that I love a movie, but there's things in it that I don't like. I can say that I don't like a movie, but still say that there's good things in it. And it's not about offending anybody. It's not about, getting on, a movie director's bad side or whatnot. It's about, look, I'm just gonna be real with people. And I feel there's a lot of people on YouTube that are very fake, that are gonna tell you that everything is just peaches and cream, and that's not the case. Like I said, I went out of my way on this Tuesday video to tell you that I did not like Bill and Ted, knowing fully well that there's a lot of people who love the movie, love it. And I knew that. And I still went out and said it was a bad film. Now, I could have lied to you guys. I could have lied to you and been all roses and say the movie's great when I know in my heart that I didn't like it. And I would have felt bad promoting a movie that I didn't like. And I'm not going to do that. That's why even in the pickup videos, I will talk about a movie and I'll say, look, I did not like this movie. Yes, I picked it up. Yes, it was a blind buy. It's not staying in the collection. I didn't like it. So I'm going to keep it real with you guys every single week. If I like a movie, I'm going to tell you I like a movie. I'm going to give you the reasons why. If, and if I love it, I love it. If I don't, I don't. But I'm going to keep it real with you. That's what I do, man. Ahmed, I look forward to that video, man. You look like you have an impressive collection. It's a decent collection. I don't know if I would say it's like a massively great collection, but I mean, look, Wet Movie One has a bigger collection than me. Cool Duder does. Cinema Sickness, Cinestalker, all these people. They have a lot more movies than I do. Probably a lot better releases too. But you know what? I buy what I like. So hopefully you enjoy that video when it comes next year, man. Whenever metal knows that'll be a good video. Ahmed Farrar, what was the first film you bought and what age were you? I was, God, I don't remember what age I was. I really don't. As far as the movie, the first DVD I ever bought was Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. That was the first DVD I ever bought. And with my own money, and at the time, I didn't even have a DVD player at the time. I just bought it because it was, fuck it, it was Star Wars Episode 1. And I remember when I finally got a DVD player and popped it in, and it was fucking gorgeous. And watching the documentary and the commentary, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And it was like heaven to me. And I've was always into movies before then, even physical media, because my mother and father owned a lot of VHS tapes. So I was always around it anyway. But the first DVD I bought, man, that was like a big deal. And I look back, the movie's not so hot, but I that sort of always will stick in my memory, man. Let's see. Jess Vox, do you like American Psycho? I love American Psycho. Great. Christian Bale's fucking awesome in the movie. Ahmed Farrar, Always curious, not a big fan of horror, but why do people love horror so much? I think people love horror a lot. To be real with you, I think people really love horror because I think it's an adrenaline rush. I think it's an adrenaline rush, and I think that people really love I think people love to hate characters. I think people really do. They love to hate these characters, and I think they love, these evil villains and, you know, characters that you're smarter than those characters. I think a lot of people gravitate to horror. I do because I've always loved the sort of gruesome nature of it. I love the horror comedy aspect to it. And I guess for me, being picked on in high school for all those years, all the cool kids and the jocks and the pretty girls never liking me, never really acknowledging me, always putting me down. I sort of look at characters like a Michael Myers or a Jason Voorhees, and I look at these characters, and they're killing the same people that picked on me, the popular people and the snobby people, and I'm always like, kill those motherfuckers, like that. Maybe it's a weird bloodlust or something, but that was always my sort of deal, which is why I really love it. It sounds twisted, but that's why I cared about it, man. Uh, Dustin, get a PO box, bro. Okay, that's one. That's one for the PO box. Madame Marie Madley says yes, so that's two yeses. Joe versus Volcano is the worst movie I ever watched. Really? Oh man, I love Joe versus the Volcano. Oh damn. Oh, sorry you didn't like it though. That's a really good one. George, your honesty is another thing I like about your channel. Thanks, George. I really appreciate that, man. Let's see here. Silhouetted animator. Have you ever gotten scammed by an online seller or received a broken item due to it being incompetently packaged? I've never been scammed by anybody. Uh, Thankfully, I never have. You know, I feel bad for a lot of people that have gotten scammed because boy, that sucks, man. My friend John has been scammed by people before, and he's told me horror stories. Um, I guess I try to do my research, man, the best I can. I try to do my research, but no, I've never really been scammed. That's a scam. Thankfully not, but Crusher, I just pick up Amazon Women on the Moon Blu-ray. Even that's watching. Very cool. Rocket Express. Hey Seth, who is your favorite horror icon? Mine is Michael Myers. Um, uh, mine is Freddy Krueger. I love Freddy, man. Because of the personality and the way Robert plays it, I love it, man. So that's mine. Ryan is yes. So I'm assuming that's like number three of like a PO box thing. Jess Vox says vote three for a PO box, which maybe technically might be vote four. Okay. Anthony, if you can pick one, what is the prize of your collection? I will not tell you that, Anthony, until the Blu-ray collection video. So you're gonna have to wait a little bit, but yeah, I've got a lot of really great ones in my collection. In fact, me and my friend John, we sort of always, when he's always over here, we have a really fun time because he's like, dude, that one's out of print, and that one's out of print, and oh my god, that one's going for big money, and oh my god, this is a and he's always looking at my collection like, oh, you son of a bitch, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I got some good stuff, so I won't really say it, but you'll have to wait for the video, man. Eventually, next year, I promise, next year, early next year. Uh, uh See, another Sleepy Vampire Boy, another yes. Okay, another yes vote. That's five. That's five out of like my over 2,000 subscribers. That's five of you. We're on to a head start, baby. Um has anyone seen the movie The Last Passenger? Picked it up cheap. Oh God, Last Passenger. I don't know if I've seen The Last Passenger or not. I don't know if I have. Maybe. I might have. I might have seen it. It's possible. Another yes from George. Yes, of course. Although I have your yes, you do have my address. In fact, my uh, I think it was, I think it was kind of funny, George. I think it was my girlfriend or something who was like, how did he get your address?" And I'm like, yeah, it's partially my fault. And so I think my girlfriend kind of worries about like, wow, if someone really hates you, they're gonna send something really bad in the mail to you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Thankfully I haven't ever pissed you off, George. So that's good, man. But yeah, maybe the PO box would be a cool idea. Maybe. Hmm. Uh, when is Arrow gonna release the David Lynch Dune movie that they promised months ago? Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna do it next year because it kind of makes sense for them to sort of wait until the Dune movie sort of comes out. Maybe they were never gonna put it out until next year, anyways. But now that that movie's been pushed to next year, it kind of actually is an advantage to them for not putting out Dune yet. So, uh, um. Madame Marie Medley, Mr. Falzone, fan club president. He's a good fan club president. Put it that way. He's very good, man. He's very good. So if anyone has my vote of confidence, it's definitely George. Uh, George. Oh God, reassure your girlfriend that I'm okay. I will. I will reassure my girlfriend that you are okay. I will. She worries about me. She worries about me, and so she's a good girlfriend. She worries like that. Ryan, so far this month I have picked up 13 Ghosts, Ghost Ship, Joker 4K, My Girl, Santa Claus 3 Pack, Clerks 2, Wolf of Wall Street, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, True Grit, Dreamgirls, Coyote Ugly, etc. Wow, you have some damn good pickups, Ryan. Wow. Good stuff, man. I have a new Arrow release and it came with a Dune postcard, so hopefully soon. Yeah, Griff. Don't bet on it until next year. Uh, I mean, if Arrow is smart, Arrow sees that Dune movie got pushed back, so they're probably like, why not actually release it as an anticipation to the new film or off of the success of it? So either early the next year or maybe mid next year. I mean, they're gonna put it out eventually. It's Arrow. They know it's gonna sell. Clearly, man. Um, Silhouette Amir. Hopefully, David Lynch will agree to releasing all his cut footage into their release. David Lynch, man. David Lynch is very protective of his work. Very protective of his work. And when I mean that, I truly mean he is very protective. He does not like anybody messing with it. But the good signs are that he has released other movies on Criterion. So I think that gives him a little bit of reassurance. Does that mean he's going to do it? Maybe not, but it's a possibility though. Let's see. Seth, do you think something is going on with Scream Shout in regards to their releases? I feel like the virus has hit them worse than other Blu-ray companies. I think the problem with Scream Shout is that, and they've had to try to work around a pandemic, and that's been extremely tough. And what is the advantage for a lot of these other companies? Vinegar Syndrome was sort of was doing this, and Severin I know is doing this, and other companies, is that they get certain actors in to talk about these movies. But they don't just talk about one movie, they talk about a multitude of movies. And then they will take all that and then they will end up putting other parts of the interview into other releases. What Scream Factory did is they actually tried to actually do videos where they're live streaming the videos. And yeah, that's good for something like this, but as far as a Blu-ray special feature, it kind of takes away from it a little bit. Look, I mean, Scream Factory is still great. I love Scream Factory. I have a shitload of their releases. But I think they've been a little bit kind of leery dealing with this coronavirus, man, and I don't think they've done as good of a job working around it. I think that's also why they've pulled back a lot of releases. Event Horizon and a few other things that were scheduled for this year pushed back because I think they just realized that maybe they can push it back for better things in the future. Hopefully. Thoughts on Johnny Depp being replaced in Fantastic Beasts? Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it? Curious Hawk. Yeah, that did. Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you on the Johnny Depp thing. I am because why not? Uh, when I saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in the movie theater, I was loving Colin Farrell in the movie. I thought he was really good. And then at the end of the movie, it switched to Johnny Depp. And I was like, no, no, God, no, no. And I was just so pissed on that because I just was like, God, Johnny Depp is in another franchise. Yeah, I'm just what the fuck, man? Like I didn't really like the fact that Johnny Depp was in there. I didn't think he fit. And then watching The Crimes of Grindelwald, I thought, God, he really doesn't fit. Like I thought maybe he might fit in the next movie, and then seeing him really being front and center, I was like, yeah, it doesn't work. Like, God bless Johnny Depp. I love him as an actor, but it just doesn't fit him the role. And so it's sad to see him leave a franchise, but I'm hoping that maybe that means that there's going to be a better actor in there. That's what I'm hoping. So, first of all, I think the Johnny Depp situation with the Amber Heard stuff is just really fucked up. And I think that's just going to ruin Johnny's career in the long haul. Uh I mean, I just don't think he fit into this franchise. And to see Johnny try to do it, it just didn't work with like the blondish hair and I wasn't feeling it, man. But look, he's a great actor. He's gonna bounce back, hopefully. And I think whoever they get, I think they're even talking about Mads Mikkelsen or something about the role, which he would be great. But I know they wanted to keep him for a long time and they tried, but look, controversy is controversy. And if you're a big studio, you got a big franchise, you can't afford to keep somebody around when people might get pissed at that he's in there. So it's a shame for Johnny, but I never thought he fit in the first place, man. Honestly. Let's see here. Uh, Event Horizon got pushed back a few more months again. Lost footage. God, I hope the lost footage is found silhouetted animator. God, I hope it is because I am a huge fan of Event Horizon. Huge. Love that movie. Love it with all my heart, man. And there has been, decades now where everyone is like, oh, that lost footage. That lost footage is it's gotta still be around somewhere. It's kind of like the Friday the 13th stuff, right? There's like all that missing footage, man. And then when we finally got like part two footage, everyone was like freaking out, and I'm like, oh god, if they can find part two footage, then they gotta find the Event Horizon footage. I'm still on the fence on that one, but even if they don't, the movie's still fucking awesome. So lost footage would be great, but salvageable? It's a whole nother deal, man. Whole nother deal. Ryan, I'm still waiting for Screen Factory to get their hands on the House of Wax. Yes, yes. Oh my God, seeing Paris Hilton killed, and then I can rewind it and see her getting killed again, and then rewind it and see her getting killed again, and then rewind it and see her getting killed again. Did I say I'd rewind it and then see her getting killed again? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. Good times. Let's see here. So what did animator? I feel like the guy who made Samurai Jack would be the best person to do Jodorowsky's Dune in animated form. Oh, I would love to see an animated form Dune one. That would be awesome. I don't know if it would happen, but I'd love to see it though. Uh, Anthony Ortiz, how cool would a Nightmare on Elm Street Screen Factory box set be? How would you make the artwork if you could? Oh my God, would I love a Nightmare on Elm Street? Oh Jesus Christ, would I love that? For me, I would have to I would love for them to just make the artwork of like almost like you know how they had like the souls that were in Freddy's chest and they were sort of coming out, like just trying to bust out, or like his arms like extending and everything, or like even slashes in the box that like his claws had slashed into it. Like God, there's so many really great design things you could do with Freddy, man. I don't know, that would be a killer box set, dude. That would be real. That'd be really nice. Uh, George, I love Johnny, but my God, give someone else a go at acting. I agree with you, man. I love Johnny, but you know, give someone else a chance, man. I feel like we just put somebody in a franchise because they're popular and they'll get butts in the seats. It's not about getting the butts. Well, that's not true. It is about getting the butts in the seats. But what it actually is about, to be real with you, is that it's about the best person for the job, regardless of if they're popular or not. And I just never thought Johnny was the best person for the role. I thought, hey, if Johnny Depp is interested, oh my God, put him in our franchise, sure. But he kind of always felt like the odd man out to me. But I don't know. Ross, I missed the big movie released on DVD the Tuesday for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I missed that too. Silhouetted animator. Ever seen Lars von Trier's show Riget or Kingdom as I have not. But man, Lars von Trier's movies are fucked up, man. I'm assuming that show is probably the same way. Am I right? Because that would probably only make sense to me. Arun, I'm watching you Saturday the 14th morning from India. Wow, India. Wow, you're in India, sir. Man, I hope you're doing well in India. Saturday the 14th, man. What time is it in India? Good Lord. Um, Griff, Dreambox stuff for me would be all things Stephen King, but I know it won't happen because, yeah, Griff, that is a dream that you might want to give up on, man. Because, I mean, never say never, but like some companies own these movies and some companies own these movies, and there's other companies that own those movies, and it's like you're never gonna get them all together, man. It's a dream. I'll give you that, but yeah, no way. Um, Best line in the Nightmare remake. Did you know that the brain stays alive 15 minutes after death? We have 10 more left to play. Yeah, that's a good one. Unfortunately, the movie fucking blows. The movie fucking blows chunks. I hate that movie with a passion. I hate, 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 hate The Nightmare. It is one of the worst films that I will ever see in my entire life. And I saw that fucker in a theater. Hate it. Hate it. Or as those guys from In Living Color is like, hated it. Like they probably did. So yeah, man. So I really, oh god, I hate that fucker. Um, Ryan McCormick, why not give Bruce Willis the role in Fantastic Beasts? He is everything else these days, including. Oh no, I don't want Bruce Willis anywhere near a Harry Potter style franchise. God, I don't know. You know, you know, yippee Newt Scamander. Like, no, motherfucker. No, I don't want to hear it. Fuck you, Bruce Willis. No. Stay the fuck away from that. Damn you. Um, it's 3:10 Saturday afternoon in Australia. Okay. Um, tell us how you really feel. Yes, I do, bro. Trust me. Kingdom has a full-grown man's face on a baby with long arms and a bloated body, which he is under adulthood, and his body is all fragile and his arms fall off, dude. What the fuck? God, yeah, that sounds fucked up, Silhouette Animator. My two most hated movies are Movie 43 and Alice. Oh my god, Ross, God, man, I remember when I saw Movie 43, and I literally, I get on like, what is this movie about? What the fuck are these things about? Like they're not funny. They're just random stupid sketches that they stringed into a movie. They make no sense whatsoever. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. Dude, you were spot on about Hard Kill. That was just terrible. Jess Fox, man, I told you, I told you, it's pretty bad. That movie is pretty brutal. God, it's so terrible. It's such a limp dick of a movie. And again, like I don't know what's going on with Bruce Willis, but literally he's in the movie, and literally like there's a scene in Hard Kill where they're kind of beating him, right? They're trying to get information and they're beating the shit out of him. And you would think Bruce Willis would have a certain amount of intensity to the moment, right? He's getting beat up, and he's his daughter is on the line, and all this stuff is happening, and you would think that he would have an intensity, but all he is in the scene is like, you'll never get the information, never. And I'm like, shut. Show some fucking emotion, man. God. I mean, you aren't getting paid, yes? I mean, you are getting paid. I mean, just saying, man. Fuck. Like, God. Jesus, man. Somebody needs to, like, give him more caffeine or something. Shit. Whatever. Good lord. Udo Kier played the long arm bloated man. Oh, good lord. Udo Kier. Oh, Lord Udo. What a great thing. Bruce Willis has drifted a bit from dying. Oh, he's drifted. Man, he's drifted. Fuck, man, he's drifted. Bruce Willis' last good films in the past decade. I actually like the Red films. I think the Red films are actually really good, and he does a good job in them. He really does. Talk about, and that was only like what, like, it might have been 10 years. No, it wasn't 10 years ago. It might have been, but I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago. But it might have in Bruce Willis years. Bruce Willis years are like dog years. It's a lifetime. The fuck, man. Last time he acted was Looper and Glass. Looper's great. I love him in Looper. Glass, he was kind of acting, but he was also kind of slumpy Willis too. Oh, half and half. My number one hated movie ever. Um, I don't know what my number one hated ever. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of hated movies that I don't like, but I don't know what number one though. DVDs, nuts, and popcorn. I'm watching Circus of the Dead right now. Brutal clown torture and kill movie. Thinking about ordering Return to Splatter Farm after that. New release sequel to 30-year-old apartment. Wow. Okay. Nice. Hope you're enjoying the movie. DVDs. 2010 for the first one, and wow, God, it was 10 years for the fucking first Red movie. And I saw the first Red movie in the theaters with my mother. Fuck. Damn, man. Shit. Damn, it doesn't feel like that. I'm not gonna lie, man. 2010, it doesn't feel like it's been 10 years, but fuck, time flies, man. Shit. God. Good Lord, man. Jesus. Fucking long ass time for that movie. Shit. Next 50/50 turns 10. Shit. DC started doing Hitman stuff instead of superheroes during that time, like the Human Target show on Fox and Losers. Yeah, they did. The Losers isn't good. I don't love the Losers. Losers is okay, but it's not. Yeah, it's not all that awesome. But Seth, what is your TV setup like? So my TV setup is I have the TV stand, then I have the TV on top of it, and then there's two little, things on the bottom. One which has my 4K player, my Roku, my Blu-ray player, the PS4, and then underneath that is just really an empty shelf area, which has her PS4 controllers and some games and everything. That's what I have, man. It's a simple, easy setup. I'm actually thinking about having a sound bar. I am. However, I live in an apartment, so I don't want like the soundbar to like overdo things. But it is a really simple, easy setup. I actually am thinking about, and I don't know whether you actually know or not, guys, but I always see these pictures, right? I always see these pictures of on Instagram and everything of these people, and they're showing off the screen, and then in the back it has this like light. It's like glowing light, whether it's blue or red or green or yellow or something. All this like light that comes from the back of the TV, and I don't know where they get that shit, but that is really cool, man. And I've always thought about like doing that, but I don't know where they get that shit. I almost kind of I'm always on Instagram and I see that, and I'm kind of like, God, I'm always like sort of like the Joker or something. I'm like, where do they get those beautiful toys? Like I'm like thinking about that. Like fuck, man. I prefer old films on 4K. It's more fun to see how good old films will look. A lot of old films on 4K don't actually end up turning out looking so great. I hate to say it. There's a lot of films that don't look so hot on 4K, man. They look actually better on Blu-ray. It's kind of nutty, actually. What is your most wanted ultra rare movies you never got? I can't say. I can't say because some of those things might actually be coming true. So I can't say, but there is things that are on the bucket list though. I'll put it that way. Get a receiver instead of a sound bar. Is the receiver better? I thought a sound bar was better. Uh Sleepy Vampire Boy, it's a LED light strip. LED lights are great. Look on Amazon. My outer rear is Dutch. It's LED light. Oh, it's an LED light strip? Okay. Maybe I'll have to go to Lowe's or something or a hardware store and look that up. Okay. My outer okay, Dutch, okay. Okay, true. Dutch is actually a really great ultra rare one. I do love that movie. And actually, that does go for big money, honestly. Yeah, it does. Actually, there is an ultra rare movie um, that I really do love that has not been released on I don't think has been released on physical media. I maybe on DVD, but I kind of doubt it. And not even on Blu-ray. And that is, I believe it's called The Mind of the Married Man. I'm almost thinking it is. It's with Walter Matthau. And I don't know why I love that movie as much as I do, but I really love that flick, man. And it's an old school flick where basically he's wanting to cheat on his wife, and it's a comedy of like he's picked out the woman he wants to sleep with, and he's gonna set up, and and his friend is sort of going through all these scenarios of the do's and don'ts of having an affair, and it's it's so great. The comedic sketches and everything, and they got a lot of really old school actors in there. It's really awesome, and I've always hoped that one studio would release it, and no one ever really did. It's such a good movie too. That is like one I really think about a lot actually. But that's one that's with these really old school movies, I doubt that one's ever gonna get released. But wishful thinking. But um, that's where they have them at Five Below. Okay, maybe yeah, Five Below. Was in a second in Charles story and found one of my favorite underrated movies called Georgia Rule with Lindsay Lohan and Jane Fonda. Great dramedy. I should have picked. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you love a movie and it's for a good price, I mean, you get it, Ryan. Uh, Mind of a Married Man. Yes, that TV show is um. I really do like that movie, man. Well, Walter Matthau, that's one nobody talks about. I don't think many people really even know about the fucking movie. The only reason I knew about it is because, again, my mother and father back in the day, man, and I watched movies like that, and and they just stuck with me. Crazy enough. You can also spend a few hundred and get a Philips Hue lighting system, which synchronizes with the sound coming from the screens. Really? Wow. I don't know if I would spend a few hundred on that though. I mean, I got bills to pay and shit, but that's the problem. It might be worth it. There is a movie. There is a movie with Walter Matthau. It's not maybe there was a show, but there's actually a movie about it with Walter Matthau. But yeah, it's one that's all ultra rare. To be honest with you, it's ultra rare, man. But any last questions, guys? Because I'm gonna be getting going in about 5 or 10 minutes, so I'm gonna head out. So last call for questions, guys. If you got them, put them out, and we'll do a few more before I get going on this wonderful Friday the 13th night, man. Oh yes, guide. Thank you. Yes. Sorry. It's not Mind of a Married Man. It's a guide for a married man. Thank you. I got the two confused. Thank you so much. A guide for the married man. I'm getting older. Well, what can I say, man? Thank you, silhouetted animator. I got that wrong. One Sandler film I wish I could get on Blu-ray is Little Nicky because I have the snapper case. Little Nicky, man, that's a movie that when I first watched it, I didn't really like the movie. I was like, this movie is, I don't know, man, too weird for my blood for an Adam Sandler flick. But it's kind of grown on me, and I love certain things in the movie, like Hitler getting the pineapple up the ass, or I love Rodney Dangerfield in the movie, and I love the guy that has the pair of tits on his head, and Rodney Dangerfield like just goes and like makes love to the guy that has the tits on his head. I was like, I was like, where do they come up with this shit? It's really wild, man. But it is a really fun film, man. George, thanks for the live stream, Seth. Have an awesome night. George, thank you, sir. Have an awesome night as well. Thank you for being part of the live stream. Yeah, it's like random humor, little Nicky. You are right the way. It is like random, man. This is really it's like just the most random shit. But it's so God, it just man, that just that movie came out of nowhere, man. The basketball scene at the end is on YouTube, and it's a perfect example of how batshit crazy the film is. Yeah, it is just really weird. Really, Griff, your favorite Adam Sandler movie is actually a Hanukkah movie? You lie. You lie. Come on. You're just saying that because you're chatting on a live stream with a Jewish man. Let's be perfectly real on that one, Griff. Plus Harvey Keitel was great at Satan. Yeah, he was pretty good at Satan. What wasn't he? I have a crazy nice on Blu-ray. What genre would you put Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut? Oh, I love Eyes Wide Shut. But I think Eyes Wide Shut. I think I would put Eyes Wide Shut as like a thriller, like a drama thriller. What I would probably put it as. Some people will put it in as horror. I don't know if I put it in as horror, but it's not horror. It's a great fucking movie, but drama thriller is what I'd probably put it as. But hmm. Oh man, this is fun. This was really fun. I hadn't done this in a long while. This was good, man. This was really good. I'm gonna get going in a few minutes, but this has been awesome, man. It really has. Osmosis Jones needs a Blu-ray release. Yeah, Osmosis Jones is okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Blu-rays. Not bad. But okay, guys. Wow. Well, this was really fun, man. This was really fun indeed. I really appreciate every single one of you actually coming on to the live stream, asking questions. You kind of actually have me interested in maybe doing a PO box, which is nuts. Have a good, nice silhouetted animator. I will definitely be thinking about a PO box. Kresha, goodbye. Thank you for being part of the live stream. And guys, thank you so much for a wonderful live stream. It was awesome. The video box you can do it for 3 or 6 months at a time. Fun stream. Thank you. Appreciate it so much, guys. Have a wonderful night. You still have a little bit left of Friday the 13th, so maybe pop in another Jason Voorhees movie or another horror flick and have fun, man. Brian Goes Blue. You demand. Brian Goes Blue. You demand. I'm just a simpleton. You the man, bro. You are the man. Deals online, but I was like, wow, okay, man. Wow, some deals going on, some physical media to grab. Guys, thank you honestly so much. You guys are awesome. And I will be seeing you next time for another live stream video. In the meantime, actually, uh, speaking of Friday the 13th, I think I have a little bit of time still, about a half hour to kill, so I might go out and stalk some unsuspecting teenagers. You know, I think some of them deserve it. What do you guys think? I think they do indeed. Oh, all right, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go after that goddamn Walmart manager. That fucking bitch. Ah! If you hear me, I'm probably walking around. God damn it! Oh man! Oh yes, oh those bastards, those bastards definitely deserve it. Lock your door, Ryan, because I'm one badass motherfucker with this goddamn fucking chainsaw, man. Oh my god, guys, have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time in the next video. Take care. And lock your fucking doors.